History isn't history anymore. Truth is not truth. Even facts are being replaced by alternative facts and driven by conspiracy theories and ugliness. In Florida, young students are taught that slaves developed skills which could be applied for their personal benefit.
Okay, I gotta say, I love like the one person in the audience who's like, okay. We have more from his speech, but initial thoughts, Waz.
Boomer beef. You know, Robert De Niro obviously just has a personal distaste for Donald Trump and his cavalier nature towards politics and, you know, wielding his bully pulpit the way that he does. De Niro is obviously just a mega boomer lib. And so his sensibilities are all rankled by the existence of Donald Trump. And, you know, obviously, Robert De Niro's been a guy in New York since the 70s, and Donald Trump obviously started his prominence in the 80s. I'd be shocked if their paths haven't crossed, and I would be shocked if this wasn't like literally a personal situation between those two.
Right, but I have to say, a lot of the points that he makes in his speech is indicative of what you're likely to hear on MSNBC, right? So you're right to point out this flavor of liberalism that we have here in the United States, which, look, the issue that I have is the one-sidedness of it all, right? The attempt, I don't even think he's doing this intentionally, but turning a blind eye to the Democratic Party engaging in similar behavior.
Stop. You know, Anna, you are smarter than this. Why do these people do that? Why do you do that? Why do you cover for these arrogant arseholes? She's up there and said, I don't think he really means to do that. No, he really means to do that. We're not that stupid. We're not that idiotic. We're not that moronic. We're not that retarded out in the audience. No, we're not. Everybody else is simmering. SIMR. Everybody else out there, okay, you may think is stupid or idiotic or moronic or retarded, but not us. We're not. You're covering for these guys? I mean, this is amazing. You do this on purpose because you don't want to be, you know, part of, we're bashing Hollywood. I don't want to bash Robert De Niro. He's one of the greatest actors of all time. So who gives a rip? He may be a great actor, but he's a jackass of a person. He's a pompous, elitist, social justice warrior, you know, virtue signaling piece of crap. That's what he is. He has a big mouth. He's a New Yorker. He's got a big ego. He's a narcissist. And he has Trump derangement syndrome. We all know that. Come on. Not doing it on purpose. Anyways, folks, we welcome all of you. So welcome back. Welcome, everybody. This is Dr. Nasser here of the Dr. Nasser Shake Show, where I give you my political prescription on the perspective, the political perspective that's out there. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get back to more of this video with the Young Turks and Ana Kasparian and Waz talking about Robert De Niro and what his comments were about President Donald Trump. Let's get to that video right now.
I'll give you a specific example. He talks about Florida banning books, which, look, we've covered those stories. I have a problem with censorship. Yes, there are some books that are inappropriate for school libraries for elementary school students, but there were a lot of books that were mentioned for review in Florida that were perfectly fine and had no inappropriate issues. When you look at the left, though, are we really gonna pretend like they haven't tried to ban books? Because they certainly have. They've tried to censor or ban literature that, you know, was written at a time when the N-word was used pretty liberally, okay? And so there's classic works that have been banned in school districts because somewhere in the book, the N-word exists. I don't think that's okay. I think that's wrong, but you'll never see headlines about that, which drives me crazy.
Yeah, you could tell that Bobby D is a dedicated Rachel Maddow viewer.
He's got her on speed
That man
dial.
never missed an episode. If he wasn't home, he DVR'd it. I promise you.
So let's get to the filet mignon of his speech, okay? The moment that I think he really wanted to express as he was presenting this award, and it has to do with Trump. Let's watch.
The former president lied to us more than 30,000 times during his thank you, years in
3 people in the audience clapped for this idiotic moron. 3 people basically clapped. He goes, thank you.
office. And he's keeping up the pace in his current campaign of retribution. But with all his lies, he can't hide his soul. He attacks the weak, destroys the gifts of nature, and shows disrespect, for example, by using Pocahontas as a slur.
So that was a reference to Trump going after Elizabeth Warren by calling.
She is a Pocahontas. She's a fraud. She's a fake. She's culturally appropriating. That's what she's doing. Pocahontas as a slur. Shut the freak up, okay, Bobby D. You're just an absolute moron.
Her Pocahontas. Honestly, after she embarrassed herself by claiming that she's part Native American, like that she shouldn't have done that. But he also shouldn't be using Pocahontas as a nickname for her. It's disgusting and gross.
Oh, really? It's disgusting and gross, Anna? You know what's a slur? Warren herself. That's a slur. Using Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas should be upset, not at the fact that you're using Pocahontas as a word, but Pocahontas should be upset that she's actually being combined with, Elizabeth Warren. That's the slur. The slur is Warren, not Pocahontas. Disgusting. You guys, you out there saying that you're trying to tell the news truthfully. Amazing.
But what do you think about what he had to say there, Waz?
It's just so lib. The lie tracker, the bad words. It's like, man, if he got up there and was just like, look, man, like there's people that need X, Y, and Z. The rents are crazy, blah, blah, blah. He should be spending his time working on those things for the people of our great country, then cool. He's just offended by the type of public person Donald Trump is. That's basically what it is. It sounds like he just feels like he's bad at being a celebrity. And that's what Robert De Niro doesn't like about him.
Yeah, I'm not as critical of De Niro as you are, right? Like he's expressing himself, he has issues. And look, I think he makes some decent points. However, I think you're hitting on something, Waz, that's important, right? Because when it comes in this culture of the haves versus have-nots, right? And obviously Robert De Niro, a tremendously successful actor, a man of means. He's doing well.
Multi-millionaire.
It's really easy, and I don't think he's doing it intentionally. I don't think this is like something he sat and thought about.
Oh, he sat again. There she goes again. There you go again, Anna. There you go again. Absolutely. I don't think he's doing it intentionally. I don't think he's really sat down and thought about it. Are you freaking kidding me? He sits on his kitchen table. He writes these things out. That's why he was so upset with Apple and the Gotham News Festival for taking the crap out of there. What do you mean it wasn't he doesn't do this intentionally? God, we're not that stupid, Anna. Oh my God. We are not that stupid. You have got to wake up, honey. You need some mansplaining out there. How can you even... It's just... What you're saying is so ridiculous that it's absolutely stupid. It's idiotic. It's moronic. It's bordering on being retarded. The way you're talking.
But what ends up happening is the privileged element of the Democratic Party, which he is a representative of here, kind of turn a blind eye to the reality that American voters are facing, American workers are facing. So his speech hyper focuses on the cultural stuff, right? Trump lies. It's true, Trump did lie. He lied a lot. He continues to be a liar.
So did Obama, you idiot. So did Obama. He lied. What about you can keep your doctor? Oh, you know what? You're gonna get $2,500 back? How many lies do we have to talk about Obama? How many? How many lies did Bernie say? How many lies have you guys perpetrated on TYT? Cenk the Cenk, yourselves and others. Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, the lies. Oh, but Trump's the only one that lies 30,000 times. Let's count him down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 30,000. That's it, 30,000. We've hit the magic number, 30,000. Idiots.
But are we going to pretend like he's like this is novel? Like this is, oh my God, what an anomaly in our American political system. A politician is a liar. I mean, come on. Here's what I'll say for viewers. If you guys get a chance, I want the viewers to go look up this football player, Joe Burrow. He's a very prominent player now. He won the most prestigious college football award there is, called the Heisman. He got up there on during his speech, and he talked about food insecurity of the kids in the neighborhoods in Ohio where he's from. That man talked about child hunger with his speech. Okay, he didn't talk about, oh, the president is this and that, and I wish people would say better words. He's like, yo, there are people where I'm from who don't have anything to eat right now. And I'm up here giving this fancy ass speech, and that's what I'm thinking about. Those people, I want them to know that it's possible to do things like what I'm doing today. You know, like that's just a completely different proposition than Donald Trump. You know, he called Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas, which, if I'm being real, Anna, the fact that she lied about being indigenous is worse than Trump calling her Pocahontas. That's just me.
There you go, baby. That's just me too, baby. That's just me, Waz. Way to go. Hand five, high five, high 10. There you go. That's just me. Love it. Love this guy. Because he's speaking, he's keeping it real. As I said before, the slur is not Pocahontas. The slur is Warren herself, Elizabeth Warren. That's the slur. That's the slap in the face. And then Joe Burrow, class act from a very, very nice guy. That's what you use your platform for. But Robert De Niro, that idiot, it's all about him being a freaking narcissist. Oh, I'm going to attack Trump every single time. With his pulpit and his prominence and his money and his fame and his fortune, Robert De Niro, do you know the kind of work that he could do, that he could have gone up there and made an unbelievable, passionate speech about something that he's, trying to help with, using his money, his fame, his fortune to make the world better? No, we're going to go after Trump because I got Trump derangement syndrome. That's what Robert D's talking about. Narcissist, egomaniac.
No, I agree with you. She should not have done that. It's very bad. Okay, very bad. So I agree with you on that. And look at that, Joe Burrow, what a stud. I'm definitely gonna look up that speech. And you make a really good point, because clearly, you're talking about a professional athlete who's doing well for himself as well, but still has the ability to acknowledge the reality that disadvantaged Americans are facing. Now, you made a point about how it seems like there's something personal between De Niro and Donald Trump. Apparently, his hatred of Trump does go back a little bit. He has called Trump an idiot, a lunatic, the baby in chief, and even shouted F Trump, but he eventually said the word when he took the stage at the 2018 Tony Awards, and Trump has referenced De Niro as a very low IQ individual. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, somewhere in the 80s, they might have, dated the same woman or something. This is so deeply personal between these two. Like nothing else makes any type of sense. And by the way, I encourage people to go watch Killers of the Flower Moon if it's even still in theaters. I did. I happen to really enjoy that movie. Robert De Niro is fantastic in the movie. I've never actually seen a Hollywood movie tell a story.
So we're just going to end it here. Look, there's no doubt that he is one of the greatest actors in Hollywood for that time period, for any time period, basically. So I give Robert De Niro the props, but he's the one that started this. I don't know how this started, unless it's just because it's, you know what, that's how you get your bona fides in the liberal establishment, in the Democratic Party. Not just enough to be part of Hollywood, but to get that next step, to be not a part of Hollywood as well, but to be a part of the political Hollywood in Washington, D.C. That's how you get your bona fides, by attacking, Trump. The more you attack Trump, the more parties you're going to be invited to, the more guest spots you're going to be on MSLSD, on, CNN, on NBC, and all of these shows. And of course, you can become the flavor of the day each and every day that you spout Trump derangement syndrome verbiage against the former president. That's the way it is. That's Robert D. But as I said before, all he's really done is stuck his head up his own ass. And the verbal diarrhea that's being emanated from the mouth of Robert De Niro is really coming out of his anus. But that's okay. I might just have a bias view of him, a bias view of Robert De Niro. Anyways, folks, we appreciate you taking the time to watch. You've been watching the Dr. Nasser Shake Show. I'm Dr. Nasser. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, like, share, and follow us. Check out our links above and below. Leave you with my final thought, which has always been, when you're right, you're right. And when you're left, you're wrong. Until next time, folks, take care and stay safe.